Praised be Jesus Christ! We welcome you again with joy as we make the 6th-day Novena in honor of Jesus Master, the way, the truth, and the life, with the theme, to live and communicate Jesus. Jesus Master teaches us about servanthood and the gospel that we shall now listen to.
Now, before the feast of the Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour had come to depart out of this world to the Father, having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. And during supper, when the devil had already put it into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him, Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from God and was going to God, rose from supper, laid aside his garments, and girded himself with a towel. Then he poured water into a basin, and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel with which he was girded. He came to Simon Peter, and Peter said to him, "Lord, do you wash my feet?" Jesus answered him, "What I am doing you do not know now, but afterward you will understand." Peter said to him, "You shall never wash my feet." Jesus answered him, "If I do not wash you, you have no part in me." Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head." Jesus said to him, "He who has bathed does not need to wash, except for his feet, but he is clean all over, and you are clean, but not all of you." For he knew who was to betray him. That was why he said, "You are not all clean." When he had washed their feet and taken his garments and resumed his place, he said to them, "Do you know what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, for so I am. If I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example, that you should also do as I have done to you. Truly, truly, I say to you, a servant is not greater than his master, nor is he who is sent greater than he who sent him."
To be a living witness of the gospel in their home and workplaces is the first and foremost apostolate of the Institute of Our Lady of the Annunciation, a secular institute for single Catholic women founded by Blessed James Alberione. Joining us today is Miss Daisy Santos. She will share with us her experience of living the devotion to Jesus Master and her day-to-day life.
The devotion to Jesus Master, Way, Truth, and Life is an integral part of the Pauline Spirituality. In the beginning, it is difficult for me to understand it because it seems to be very cerebral, unlike the devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, which expresses a lot of the tenderness of God. Thanks to my formation in the Institute of Our Lady of the Annunciation, I have come to understand and appreciate that it is about servanthood. In the Gospel of John 13, when Jesus washed the feet of the disciples, it demonstrates who Jesus is as a master. In the tenderness, when he was washing the feet of the disciples, it tells me that that is what the devotion to Jesus Master, Way, Truth, and Life is all about. How can I follow Jesus in that, in his servanthood, in the way he served the people? Following his example and that of the Virgin Mary, I see myself as a servant of God and of the people I serve. I understand that whatever I do is an expression of that servanthood. My profession is one aspect of it. It is not only in my doing I feel that I can follow Jesus, but in my very being. in every aspect of my life. How is that possible? By putting love in all that I do, no matter how small it is. It could be in washing the dishes, doing the laundry, or sitting down with someone, listening to her story. This I can do if I have constant connection with the Master. The prerequisite of this disposition is to soak myself in prayer. It doesn't mean that I need to sit in the adoration chapel the whole day. Rather, it means having the awareness of how God is communicating to me every day. It is the attentiveness to the work of God in my life. And hopefully, when I ask God to help me love and serve the others the way He loves and sees them, I could be His servant, doing as He pleases. After all, I believe that as I serve and love the others, it is not me loving them and serving them. It is actually God in me who is doing that, loving and serving them.
Invocations to Jesus Master. Jesus Master, sanctify my mind and increase my faith. Jesus, teaching in the church, draw everyone to your school. Jesus Master, deliver me from error, from vain thoughts, and from eternal darkness. Jesus, way between the Father and us, I offer you all and await all from you. Jesus, way of sanctity, make me your faithful imitator. Jesus' way, render me perfect as the Father who is in heaven. Jesus' life, live in me so that I may live in you. Jesus' life, do not permit me to separate myself from you. Jesus' life, grant that I may live eternally in the joy of your love. Jesus' truth, may I be light for the world. Jesus' way, may I be example and model for souls. Jesus' life, may my presence bring grace and consolation everywhere.